Yo, what's up guys? Austin, and we're back in the gym today because I'm gonna tell you my top 5 exercises for an aesthetic physique. I gotta talk a lot more about body game on this channel. So far we've been focused on the style, facial attraction, but you gotta remember, the body can actually exude a lot of sex appeal and also make you more physically attractive. So basically what we're looking for with these exercises is to insinuate the V taper. So the shoulder to waist ratio. The better we build that, the more attractive you're gonna look, not only naked, but also within clothes. And I've been training for nearly 10 years. In fact, I built a whole YouTube channel talking about fitness. So this comes from my experience. This will be focused more towards beginners and intermediate. So if you're super advanced or you've been in the gym for a very long time, this video is probably not for you. And lastly, even though we're talking about 5 exercises, I would probably move this list up to 10 in like reality, but here are my top 5 if I had to pick, and we're not including legs. Not including legs, guys. This is full upper body. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. For the first exercise, we're gonna focus on chest, more specifically the upper chest, because that's what's gonna give that chest that plated armor sort of look. It's gonna pop out in shirts when you're wearing your button downs, the cleavage is gonna show. This is how we build it, and this is practically the best exercise to do. I'm sure you've heard of the incline press, but there's a way we wanna do it. With the bench, we want a low incline, or as low as whatever bench allows you to go. So for this bench specifically, we can pretty much get this at the lowest. Some benches can even go slightly lower. We're gonna aim for like a 30-degree sort of angle, not too high. Whenever the incline bench is too high, you wanna put more emphasis on the shoulders, and we wanna keep contraction on our upper chest. Now, as you see my chest, I have a lot of lower chest. That's just genetics, but also because I do a lot of dips, I do a lot of other stuff. And it wasn't until a few years later where I actually started focusing on incline press. So grab your dumbbells. I like to pick a weight that I can do about 8 to 10 reps. Kick it up. But then also, I've been doing this technique for a long time, is that I pretend there's like a coin in between my shoulder blades so that I keep my chest tight. Then as you see, keeping the dumbbells even, slow, controlled, and I'm really pressing through on my upper chest. That's what we gotta focus on. Some of you guys, I'll be doing incline press with the dumbbells all the way down here and pressing up. And that's a lower chest exercise. Nah, move it further towards your face. Pinch your shoulder blades together and perform those reps, all right? You can do that 4 sets, 8 to 10 reps. Let's move on to the next exercise. So the next exercise, and we're focusing on back now, one of my favorite exercises of all time. You guys already know, you gotta pull up or shut up, the almighty pull up. If you're not doing pull-ups for your back in terms of the lats, adding that shape, adding that V taper, traps, rear delts, abs, like the pull-up is just overall one of the best compound exercises of all time. But I'm gonna add a twist. It's more so the weighted pull-up. Let me first show you guys what a pull-up looks like. This is a real pull-up. Dead hang, relax. Pull to where your chin is over the bar, elbows are tucked, all the way extended back down. That's how you do a true pull-up. So once you're able to do 10 reps of that, you wanna add a plate. You can start out with 10 pounds, start off with 25 pounds. I've been doing this for years, so this is literally just warm-up weight for me. And then, as you see, I got the weight belt attached. Keep it tight between your legs. And you literally do the same exact thing, but now, since we have the extra resistance, it's gonna build us more strength and muscle. Oh, if you wanna get fancy with it, you can do a muscle up too. But that's next level. That might be too advanced for some of you guys. All right, guys, before we move into the next exercise, wait, do I have some on my face? Of course I don't, because I'm using today's sponsor, Teej Hanley. Teej Hanley has been my go-to skincare routine since 2018. And if you're an active guy who's in the gym, making progress, getting sweaty, then you too need to be on a systemized, easy to follow skincare routine just like Teej. Now, me personally, I like to use a level 3 system. It comes with a cleanser that you're gonna use multiple times a day, including after the gym, eye serum, the super serum, which is gonna help us be more handsome, the moisturizers, the AM, which you're gonna use during the day since it has SPF in it, which is gonna help help protect us against the UV rays and also photo aging. And then at night, you're gonna use the PM moisturizer. Following this step-by-step, easy to follow skincare routine is gonna make a big difference in terms of your skin quality, blemishes, and overall just staying handsome for a longer period of time, especially as you start to get older. I believe every man should have routines in their life, and that includes a skincare routine that works. And if you click down below in the description, you're gonna be able to get your first box for 30% off alongside with a free gift. Trust me, you're gonna see why Tiege Hanley is the gold standard for men's skincare and why it has been for so long. So click the link down below to access the exclusive deal. And now back to the video. All right, so the next exercise is pretty unique and it's never in anybody's top 5 list, but in today's video, I'm gonna switch it up and we're talking about the dumbbell pullover. Now the dumbbell pullover is gonna be used on a flat bench with the dumbbell, obviously. This works with your lats, your chest, your triceps, your shoulders. It's pretty much a full upper body compound exercise. Now the reason why I like this is not only because it's a unique exercise and it targets different muscle groups than probably what you're not used to in terms of the other movements, but also the dumbbell pullover has been said to potentially expand your rib cage. Now whenever you expand your rib cage, you'll have better posture, you'll have a better frame, and you just overall look like you take up more space. So my look snatchers out there, this is a very popular exercise within that sort of community. I'm gonna show you how to perform it. So we're gonna get on the flat bench, you're gonna lay down. I like to use a 40-pound weight, like a lighter weight, moderate. I'm gonna grab it in between your hands like this. Be careful because you can really mess up your face by doing this exercise if you perform it wrong. So come up to your nose area, bring it down. You want to feel a stretch in your lats and your chest. Then bring it back up to your nose or forehead area. As you see, it's really not easy, especially once you start to control it. But it's such a good stretch on my chest, my rib cage, my lats, everything. All right, so you want to perform this. I prefer higher reps, 10 to 15. Like even that, like my body's just not used to going in that pattern. I'm so used to push, pull, right? So this is more unique. And it definitely works, man. So try that one out. All right, up next, guys, we cannot neglect the most important part in terms of building the V-taper. Not only our lats, but of course, our shoulders. Now, once again, this is something I used to neglect. And for a long time, I didn't see the aesthetics I really wanted up until I started training my medial delt. Now, for the most part, what you're gonna see? You're gonna see people doing lateral raises with a dumbbell. That's all right, but if you want something even better, what I recommend you do is lateral raises on a cable machine. The cable machine is gonna provide constant resistance throughout the whole entire movement versus a lateral dumbbell raise. You're only getting peak resistance at the top of the movement and then it goes down, right? So we want resistance throughout the whole entire movement. And that way too, if you got big traps like myself, which is practically on accident or through lateral raises, the cable machine lateral raise puts more stress or emphasis on the medial delt more so than a trap. And that's why I primarily started doing it more so than dumbbells a few years ago. So with this, we want to control range of motion. I move away from the machine enough to where I start feeling tension on my shoulder. And then from there, I'm keeping it in front of me about 10 to 15 reps once again. And I do that multiple times a week too. The shoulder can have a lot more stress put upon it because it's such a small muscle group. So if you're not doing that exercise, be sure to add it to your routine. So for our last exercise, we got abs. Listen guys, abs is a muscle. For a long time, I neglected training my abs because I didn't see it as important, especially for aesthetics, like I'm getting indirect ab work. But the truth is, whenever you work your abs, not only is that gonna translate into more stronger other movements like your squat, deadlift, whatever it may be, but also the actual muscle of your abs is gonna get larger, more defined. Now, I was in between 2 exercises, the weighted decline sit-up and also the hanging knee raise. I'm gonna pick the hanging knee raise over the decline sit-up just because I feel like this is more practical for most people to work up towards versus the decline sit-up is a little bit more advanced. So with this, much like the pull-up, you're gonna start out just doing body weight, bringing your knees to your chest, 10 to 15 reps. But then once you're able to accomplish that, get a 10 to 20 pound weight, put it in between your feet, and perform the same thing, now just with resistance. About 10 reps or so. You're gonna feel a lot targeted in your lower abs specifically, And that's where a lot of people have trouble in terms of getting, you know, definition, and especially that sort of V-shaped look, right? So guys, be sure to try those 5 exercises out. Don't forget to check out T's channel down below too if you want the best men's skincare system possible. Subscribe and like, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace.